The mayor of West Vancouver, who is also the head of the police board, is calling for an emergency board meeting after it was revealed today that after-shift drinking parties took place at the West Van police station. The revelation coming from the chief of police as he discussed the case of Constable Lisa Alford, who's been promised a promotion despite a recent drunk driving conviction. As Lee Morrow reports, the chief was attempting to stick up for Alford, who pleaded guilty to driving with a blood alcohol level nearly 3 times the legal limit.
Ladies and gentlemen.
It was a press conference to clear the name of one of their own. Chief Scott Armstrong took the podium and defended Constable Lisa Alford, who we reported yesterday had been convicted of drunk driving in November of last year after her car slammed into the back of a vehicle at Canada Way and Kensington Avenue. She lost her license and was given a desk job at the detachment. But she was also promised a promotion, being selected over other officers to be raised up the ranks.
She placed number 2 on a list of 10 officers who are eligible for promotion. There is no promotion at this point, and that list will remain in effect for 3 years.
But the chief didn't divulge what Global TV had learned, that Constable Alford had been drinking the night in question with other officers at the cop shop in West Vancouver. Global TV has learned that she was drinking here at the West Vancouver Police Detachment with several other police officers, including some of her supervisors, who were all aware of the fact that she was getting behind a vehicle. Is that true, sir?
That is my understanding, yes.
Well, what else can you tell us about this incident?
I can tell you that the day after it was brought to my attention that I published a standing order that forbade the consumption of alcoholic beverages in our building.
What's more, these after-shift impromptu get-togethers have been happening for some time. The chief, on occasion, had even had a drink himself at the station.
Had you attended one of these events in the past?
In past years, yes, I had.
Yesterday, we were also told that Officer Alford was the only member on the detachment with a criminal record. That now appears to be not quite true.
I understand that there was an officer that was convicted in 1972 of an affair but has since received a pardon.
So there was a little discrepancy in that this has happened before with an officer on your force. It seemed the chief had nothing more to say. Yesterday, the mayor of West Vancouver told us she had nothing to do with the operational affairs at the police station, despite being the chair of the police board. And what's more, she dismissed our concerns.
And I think that's the end of the interview.
And walked out of the interview. Today, she was front and center with Chief Armstrong at the press conference and now admitted she knew that drinking had gone on at the police station.
We were briefed on that, I suppose, at the time of the incident, that it had happened at work and that is what the chief had done. And the board is working through hundreds of policies to bring them up to date. And so I'm only sorry that wasn't in place beforehand.
Late today, Solicitor General John Less, on hearing the revelations of cop shop drinking, demanded some answers to questions perhaps like, who was Constable Alford drinking with that night? And were any of those officers involved in her recommendation for promotion?